Welcome back, my DIY nomads. How are you guys doing today? The weather is fine, it's beautiful, everyone's in a good mood. Now today I wanted to talk about camper van kitchens. I've been thinking a lot about my camper van, and probably half, I'd say a good half, basically because of the cost of the Wallace, but half of my conversion cost just went into my kitchen. That is absolutely flippin' mental. I would say my conversion cost me around £4,000 to maybe £5,000, and that is definitely, for me, that I feel like that's a lot of money, and that's a big luxury conversion. But most of the money went on Wallace, which was about £1,500, fridge, which is another £400 to £500, and then obviously got a control panel, all that sort of stuff in there, sink, tap, blah 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 blah, water pump, water system, water tank in the back. Definitely hitting the £2,000 to £2,100 mark. I totally understand that most of that is in the Wallace, and if I just got a propane cooker with a gas tank, I could reduce that from £1,500 for the Wallace to about £300 for a propane cooker plus tank. Now, yes, I can do that, but then you got to remember I also lose the ability to heat the van. So then I'd need a heater on top of that. So maybe I'd find like an air dispatcher. I don't know if this is, I think second hand, you could probably pick one up for £800. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But then you're back up to nearly the realms of what I was paying before. So today I wanted to explore a bargain kitchen build. And I've been thinking about this a lot over the past week. And I'm actually a little bit annoyed because the more I thought about it, the more I designed it, the more I realised it's probably going to be, well, it's not going to be better than my current kitchen, but for the price that it will cost, it would definitely appear that it's better than my current kitchen. The only thing that we don't have, that I do have in my kitchen, is the heating ability from the Wallace. So using these pretty generic things, so like a pop-out camping wash basin, 2 plastic jerry cans, a coolbox, and my old chopping board from home. This was, well, I don't know how much this is brand new, but these aren't very expensive to get these days. This was basically £30-35 off of eBay. These were another £20. This was like £9. In today's build, we're also going to be using some drawer runners and a whole one sheet, but I've made sure that all the measurements tie into one sheet of 18mm ply. I tried to design this to be a good size, a reasonable height, with the ability to be completely portable. So you could technically mount it to the van, but with like a way to quickly release it, and you could take it outside of the van, put it on the ground outside, and have an outdoor kitchen as well. Either that, or you could just build one at home and put it in the back of your estate car and take it wherever you want to go, and just have like a kitchen that you pull out the back and then you put it on the ground. These are the advantages that I'm trying to build into this kitchen. And the great thing is, this won't cost you any more than £200. It's somewhere in the region of £150 to £200, depending on how cheap you can get parts for this. But I think being almost a tenth of the price of my current kitchen is definitely worth a go. So we're going to build that today, see how it goes. The only electronic thing on it was the cool box. The water system will have a little tap, like a DIY made tap, but it's going to be run off a foot pump. Should be quite exciting. So I'm going to stop rambling, we'll get building and see how this puppy turns out. added some legs to it. I had some of these sort of like cabinet legs lying around, and the other two pieces that I cut out I've slid in place. They're not fixed at all. I just wanted to see if they fit, which they do perfectly, and sort of what space it gives me. Now I've laid it out like this. This is going to add a lot more strength once I nail gun this in, but this slot here is for the cool box. The great thing is, I'm thinking I might put this on drawer runners, but I might not. But this basically can slide out. Then you can just slide out a little bit, and you've got two cup holders there. Or if it's on, this is why I want to put it on drawer runners, so that it can come all the way out like this, hover, and then you can, well, open it up to access stuff inside. This side bit, I'm hoping will be sort of storage for pans and maybe other sort of thin but large objects, so you can just slide it up and stack them in there. And then this area I want to make into a drawer, which is going to house all the cutlery, like the pots, the plates, cans, bits of food, stuff like that. And then here on the other side, it doesn't go all the way back, so I've got this open bit, and I'm going to cut out an area here for the little portable wash basin to go into, and then under here is going to be storage for the jerry cans. Now that the portable sink's in, that's sort of half the battle really for the water side of things. I'm not going to add like a waste drain that drains off into one of the other tanks, because I don't want to put a hole in this for obvious reasons, because this is portable, it compacts, and because I can take it out easily, I was thinking I don't need to put a thing in a hole in the side, because I can just take that out, lift up one of the jerry cans through the hole and fill up with water whenever I need to, or empty the waste one. This is my little foot pump, so this is going to eliminate the need for electricity, and I'm going to get some hose and take it, so one goes in, one goes out, one goes to the water tank, one goes to this. This is my super basic, super cheap budget tap. I've just used some standard 15mm pipe, and I've put a very thick, chunky electrical cable through the center. I use my heat gun to warm it up, not too harshly, like very quickly, but just to warm it up over time. And then I've just folded over the top to create a curved spout, and I'm keeping it long for the moment until I decide how long I need this. But I'm thinking I'm just going to drill a hole that's a really tight fit, slot it in, and then plumb it in using speed fit parts that will also connect up to the flexible hose that comes off here. So now that I've added those two like pipe clips, I can rotate the pipe and also adjust the height of it to get like taller bottles underneath, which is really useful. And I can keep it low. So pretty useful really. For like, I know it doesn't look as nice as a silver tap, but this seems to have more functionality than my tap in my bloody van, for goodness sake. So here she is, my completely bare bones, ultimate bargain travel kitchen. We have a wash basin here with swivel tap that's adjustable in height. There is a pull-out chopping board that extends all of the work surface area on 40 kilogram draw runners, so it can take quite a lot of weight. Super deep drawer there for everything like cutlery, pots and pans, cans. Slide out cool box with cup holders, so you can just slide it out a little bit and use the cup holders if you need to. Then extra storage down here for anything you need. I've got the cooker down here. And there's plenty of space up here to also have maybe like a dual burner hob. I've just got a single one because that's what I had to hand. But now you can chop, cook, wash. So now I just need to prime it, but oh, there we go. Jesus, you really don't need to use a lot of pressure and it gets a decent amount of water coming out there. So there, running water as well. So everyone, that is my bargain travel kitchen. Cost me anywhere in the realms of, I'd say, £130 or £40 to £200, in that realm. It depends on how cheap you can get certain parts of it, really. If you've got leftover wood, if you've actually got some of these parts already, blah, 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 blah. But for that price, which is a tenth of what I spent on my kitchen, absolute winner. You've got cooling, you've got running water, you've got cooking, you've got chopping, like washing, storage, and it's all in one compact, completely portable unit. Like you can even slide the legs out underneath and try and fit it better into like an estate car and take it with you camping that way. So it doesn't just have to go into vans, which is why this is so great. Let me know what you think, actually. I'd really be quite interested to see what you guys think of my little bargain kitchen. If there's ways to improve it, let me know. Or even, I challenge some of you to build one yourself. Build one similar to this. Upload it, link me in it, tell me about it. I'll watch it. Or even send it to me and I'll show it in like another upcoming episode. I'd love to see how you guys could put your own stamp on stuff like this and bring your own imagination to the idea. Please leave a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch all of you DIY nomads next week.